Hello everyone, welcome to Top Stitches. If this is your first time coming across us, you're highly welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Today we're going to be learning how to make this beautiful dart manipulated gown. Like, I made this from just a plain black and white material, and for the sleeve tutorial is already up on the channel. Alright, if this is what you're looking to learn, please stick around. Let's get started. Alright, so this is the basic bodice block I'm going to be using, and these are the two plain white and black material that I will be using. This is the basic bodice block I'm going to be altering to get my dart manipulation. I already have the video up on the channel. You can do well to check it out. So now the first thing I'm going to be doing is to slash the waistline. So I'm going to cut it on that waistline, like separate the upper part from the down part. So I'll keep the down part aside. Let's start with the front part. Now I'll go and slash one of the outer dart legs. So slash yours open like this. I also have a bust dart also. I'll open it up and close up the bust dart. I'm going to just go ahead and tape it down. So I'll tape it down and then I'll close up the regular dart, the waist dart also. So at this point you have to be careful and patient at the same time. So take your time and tape it down, closing up the dart like you can see me doing. So my masking tape is the big one. I'm trying to divide it into little pieces so that I'll be able to control it and then control my pattern also while closing the dart. So go ahead and close up the dart. Just follow what I am doing and do that for your own. So we'll go ahead to the second side, repeat all the process that we had on the first side. Slash open the one dart leg for the two darts and then close up the bust dart. That is what you can see me doing now. I'm closing up my bust dart and then I'm going in to do the same for the waist dart. So close it up, take your time. Since this is a pattern paper, it will be tasking, but with a little patience you will get it right. So close it up. You can see what I'm doing, taking my time. So this is it. Close up the down part properly. That's what I am trying to do. So for the upper bodies, this is it right here. So I'll go in and bring in the lower part so that we'll do the same. Slash it open to that point on the lower part, right? So do that. Close it up like you can see. I'll just finish it up and show us what it looks like. Alright, so this is it right here. So I'm going to be joining it back. So I already have my tape on one side and I'm going to go ahead and align all the points like the bust line. I'll align it while taping it back. So this is it. I'm taping it back so that I'll have my full bodies like the gown, right? So do that for yours if you're looking to have it on a gown. If not, just skip this part. So take your time while taping so that you get everything accurately. So after taping it, this is what I will be having. I'll keep this aside while we do same for the back block. So open it up at the waistline and open up the dart leg. For the back, there is no bust dart, so I'll just close up the only dart that I have on the back pattern, just same like I did for the front. So close it up, do same for the lower part, slash open one dart leg, one outer dart leg, and then tape and close it back. You see, as you're doing it like this, it's taking the shape like how it will be if you are closing the dart on your material, on your fabric. So that is just what we want to have. So for this bag pattern, I'm also going ahead to join it back. You see why it's advisable to use a masking tape at this point. If you are using a regular white sellotape, you will not be able to, remove the pattern in case it glues on the wrong part. So please use a masking tape so that you'll be able to control it. Alright, so this is the front and the back. Now I'll go ahead and make my shape. So whatever you're doing on this pattern at this point, make sure it crosses the bust point, all those points. You see how this love shape I am drawing crossed my bust point? You want to do that for yours. This is so that all these tensions will be released. So I have this love shape that I have always wanted to have on a dress. So now is the perfect time to do that. So I have it drawn out, making sure that it cuts across my bust point. So for this lower part, I'm just going to go with a straight line through to that point where my dart stopped. So that is what I am using my rule to take now, through to that point that my dart stopped. So I'll do that for the second part also. So now for the down part, I'm just going to go ahead and continue taking it down. I'm just measuring so that it looks somehow equal, right? So I have it right here. So this is it. So I'll just, from here on, I'll just take it to somewhere to the hem with a straight line also. For all this is just how I want mine to be. You can do virtually anything you want on this pattern at this point. So any shape you want it to have, just go right ahead and do that. So I have mine, I came up by 1.5 inch from the hem, and I'm connecting it to that point that I already have. So this is what I'll be having for my front bodies. So the parts that will be having the black, that is where I'm going into label now. I'm labeling them black. So this is it right here. So let's do same for the back. For this back, I'll just be having a straight, no love shape at this back. So now you can see me taking from the bust point. I'm taking my line from the bust point to meet where the dart stop at the hem. You see what I am doing, right? You want to do that for yours, because once you cut through that point, you see our pattern will be relaxed, and that is how you want to cut on your fabric. So for the hem, I'm also doing 1.5 inch up like I did for the front, and I'm connecting it. So this is just what I have and what I want. So I went ahead to label where I want to cut my black material on. So now I'm cutting. You see how the tension is releasing? That is what you want to have when you are doing something like this. So go ahead and cut. And for the upper dart, did you see how that part is relaxed now? All right, so that is what you want to have. These are all my patterns now. I'm trying to arrange it. At the point of cutting on my fabric, I had to do so many other things on this pattern so that I don't end up mixing it up. So do that for yours. Do everything you want. Label, use arrows, anything you want. Just make sure that they are well labeled. So this is the front bodies. I am cutting it, and you can see how the tension, how it's lying flat when I cut through that bust point, right? All right, so I'm going in now for the upper bodies, the love shape, maybe the heart shape. Okay. All right, so I'm cutting it. So take your time so that you don't slit your pattern. So this is what I'll be having at the end of the day. Now I'll go and cut on my fabric. So this is it. You see, I added my allowance, the amount of allowance I'm comfortable cutting with, sewing with, sorry. So now I'm going to go ahead first and join the black fabric. So I will join it with the allowance that I added. This is it after joining it. So now it's time to attach it to the white one. So watch what I am doing now. I'm going to go ahead and slit that part that you can see me, the deep part in the love shape, right? So I'll go ahead and give it a slit. I added half an inch allowance on this. So what you can see me, what I slit there now is half an inch. You know, so that that part is relaxed enough for me to sew it. So that is what I am going in to pin one side of it now. I'll just pin it down to where the first one stopped, like the love shape where it meets the down part. So I'm going in now to pin it. So after pinning it, make sure it's properly aligned. I will go and sew. Alright, so this is one part of it after sewing, and now it's time to pin and go and sew the second part. So I'm pinning it down right now. I'm just trying to take my time and sew a bit at a time, not going in to sew it all the way around at once. You know, so if I see any mistake at any point, I can always loosen it up. So after sewing it, this is what I will be having, and then I want to work on the down part also. So with your allowance, go in and pin, and then go and sew, and while at it I'll just join the rest. So this is it right here after joining all the parts together. Now we want to work on the back pattern, the back block also. So this is me trying to align it like it should be. So this is it. You see the zip, the sides, all the things I wrote to, you know, help me recognize which part is going to which part. So please use arrows, use writings, use color marker, anything you can get at your disposal. Use it to make marks on the pattern, and do not remove it. Do not remove the pattern until you are pinning, so that you don't get confused. So this is me trying to pin the parts that are going to be on each other, and I'm just doing that first for the upper part, you know, just so that I don't go around mixing it up. So now I will go and give a slit there just like I did for the front, then sew it. Alright, so this is it after sewing. Now I'll go ahead and place the other black, just so that I will join it like I did for the front. Just join it at the hem there. So I'll just go ahead and remove my pins and then pin it like it should be. Now it's just removing the pattern. I'll go and join it there also. So this is it. I'll go ahead and remove the patterns also. You see how easy it is for me, so that I'm not going to go ahead and mix up the patterns, because this back look almost alike. So I'm going in now to pin them. So do that for yours. I'm going in now to pin, and I'll go and sew. I'll sew it and come back and show us. So all what you need to do is just join back the piece with the allowance that you added. So this is the back block after joining it back. So, and this is the front, all looking nice and neat. So now it's time to tidy up the neckline. So I'll come in with a piece of cloth. I'm using this white material just because I still have it. So I'll go ahead and trace out what I have on my neckline. Now I'm placing the right side facing the right side of the piece of material that I have. So I'll go ahead and trace out what I have. I just flipped it to the right side, right? So I'll go ahead and trace out what I have on my neckline. Another thing also is, guys, please, if the design you are having on your pattern is curvy, after joining it back, please notch it so that it is well relaxed. I notched my love shape and all other curvy and sharp points so that they are relaxed on it. So after tracing out on my neckline, I'm just going to go in and give it a shape. So this is the shape I'm having for my turn up, and so now I'll fold in and trace out for the back also, for the back neckline. So this is it that I'm having here. I'll just trace out and then give it a shape, just any shape that you want. Now I'll go and sew and top stitch, sew, notch and top stitch. So I'll do that and come back and show us. This is it. This is what I had after doing that. So for the necklines, they are all tidy and looking nice. So now go ahead and fit it on the shoulder. So place the right sides of the front with the right sides of the back, making sure the zipper allowance is at the center, right? So that is what I am trying to do now. Place it like you can see me doing now. You see, I am placing the zipper allowance is at the center, right? So I'll go in now, place the right side facing the right side on the shoulder. Use one of the linings now and cover up the rest three that we have, right? So this is it. Align it properly on that part where you sewed and top stitch and turn it like you can see me doing. So I'll go and sew with the 1/2 inch that I have there. I'll do same on the second part and then shape my dress with the 1 inch that I have. Close up the part which is not going to be having the slit at the back and fix my zip. Please subscribe, like and share my videos. Thank you.